Hey, lovers. Welcome back to Desire Dialogues, where we take your sex life off autopilot, plug it straight back into power. Your power. My friends, we're going to unpack something juicy, deep, and usually misunderstood today. Welcome to my friends who have been listening, my regs, and welcome to my newbies. What's up? I'm your host, Sex Coach Lauren. Let's talk about today how submissive does not mean weak. Yeah. So if you've ever craved giving up control in the bedroom, like if you want to be praised and dominated, guided, or even a little punished, but then thought, oh, what does this say about me? Am I not empowered? Baby, you are not alone. Let's de-shame that submission right now, okay? We're going to reclaim your right to play with power and also talk about why being submissive can be one of the most powerful things you do. So let's name it, right? The cultural shame of submission. We live in a culture that equates submission into passive, right? Passivity, weakness, or a loss of agency, right? Especially for women or femme folks who've really worked hard to be strong, independent, and in control. But here's the truth. Erotic submission is actually a chosen surrender. Let me say that again. Erotic submission is a chosen surrender. You're consenting to give up control, not being stripped of it, right? And there's some radical power in that. So let's look deeper, right? Why do people want to submit? What's the desire there? Well, to release pressure, responsibility, also to feel guided, cherished, and held, right? To play with intensity and trust, right? Also, to express your erotic self in ways that may feel edgy, a little taboo, but really freeing, right? Here's the reframe. Choosing to submit is a conscious, intentional act, right? It's going to require massive trust, self-awareness, and a lot of strength, right? The empowered submissive, right? You can be a feminist and a submissive. Hey-yo, right here, friends. You can be a boss in the boardroom and on your knees in the bedroom. Being a sub doesn't mean you say yes to everything, that you don't have needs, that you're only there to please. Being a sub means that you negotiate your limits, you express your boundaries clearly, and you get to create space to deeply be nourished, in this surrender, right? If you want to explore this more, the Pleasure Collective has so many resources and modules on conscious power play inside, right? My link tree is all the goodies, as well as a sexual archetype quiz. You can kind of figure out, what's my little erotic identity there, right? So the thing is, when we're in submissive energy, you get to say, this is what I want to experience, but I don't have to control all of it. And this works really well for those who are really high functioning women, right? You're really in your masculine all day. And when I say masculine, that is making choices, that is figuring things out for work, that is problem solving, or it's also I'm taking care of everybody else but me all day. If you're a homemaker, if you take care of kids, right? If you're a therapist, things like that. Submissive gives you a space. A lot of people call it a subspace, where you just get to be there. You don't have to think about what's coming next. You don't have to think about how you're performing. It is a beautiful receiving energy, whether it's receiving instructions on, if somebody tells you, I want you to go to the closet. All right. And then you stop, you wait there for further instructions. I want you to pick out your favorite pair of shoes. You do that. Now go ahead and go sit on the bed. You do that. Now lay back and open your legs. You do that, right? You're just taking directions. You're not leading, right? And a lot of us are in a leading energy for a lot of our lives, or in a lot of days. This may not land for everybody, and that's totally okay. If you got a friend who's like this, and it's just I want to not have to make so many decisions. I don't even want sex anymore because it's another thing I got to do, another thing I got to think of, control, to lead, to make decisions about. I hear you. Share this episode, share this episode with a friend if you think it would be beneficial. If you liked this, go ahead and rate and review. I would love that. My gosh. If you want to further the conversation, slide into my DMs on Instagram at Lauren Goyette. Check out my link tree for awesome fun resources. My friends, submissive does not mean week. Until next time, pleasure is your birthright. And no matter what pleasure looks like for you, it is not wrong. It is so absolutely beautiful. Talk then.